Good day everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. So now I want to discuss to you about indeterminate form. So what is indeterminate form? So now the history of indeterminate forms is about Cauchy student Magno. The terms was originally introduced by Cauchy student Miagno in the middle of the 19th century. So indeterminate forms is what are indeterminate forms. So in calculus and other branches of mathematical analysis, limits involving an algebraic combination of function is an independent variables may often be evaluated by replacing this function by their limits. So, if the expression obtained after this substitution does not give enough information to determine the original limit, it is said to take an indeterminate form. Then there are types of indeterminate forms. There are 7 types of indeterminate forms. So first, this 1, 0, and 0, then infinite and infinite, then 0 times infinite, then infinite minus infinite, then 0 to the power of 0, then 1 to the power of infinite, then infinite to the power of 0. Now, let us discuss first the 0 and 0 form. So, limits of the form fx divide gx, where lim fx equals lim gx equals 0, are called indeterminate form of type 0 and 0. Consider this: limit x squared minus 4 divide x minus 2. If we try to evaluate this by direct substitution, we get 0 over 0. 0 divided by 0 cannot be evaluated and is an example of indeterminate form. In this case, we can evaluate this limit by factoring and cancelling. So we need to factor to cancel this one. Then next is L'Hopital's rules. Hopital's rules di. L'Hopital's rule is a general method for evaluating two indeterminate forms 0 and 0 and infinite and infinite rather. This rule states that under appropriate conditions, so this is so where f and g1 are the derivatives of f and g. Denote that this rule does not apply to expression infinite and 0, then 1 and 0, and so on. These derivatives will allow one to perform algebraic simplification and eventually evaluate the limit. Then, on the other hand, you can apply L'Hopital's rules as many times as necessary as long as the fraction is still indeterminate. So, this rewrite in exponential form. Then, next is infinite and infinite form. So, this is 1, then it is in the indeterminate form of times 0 and 0. This is the example. Then next is 0 times infinite form. Limit of the form lim fx equals 0, lim gx equals infinite are called indeterminate form of type 0 times infinite. If we write fx gx equals fx 1 gx, then the limits become of the form 0 and 0. This can be evaluated by using L'Hopital's rules. Next is Infinite minus infinite form. Limits of the form. So this one are called indeterminate form. Indeterminate form of the types of infinite minus infinite. It will rewrite then the limits become of the form 0 and 0 and can be evaluated by using the L'Hopital's rule. So 0 to the power of 0 form, limits of the form, this one then are called indeterminate form of the type. If we write then the limits becomes 0, then obviously by evaluate by using the L'Hopital's rules. Then one infinite form, so limit of the form so are called indefinite form of type. So this is the types of indeterminate form. So that's all for today, and thank you everyone, and God bless.